Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. Y'all already know who it is. Big Boss K-Po Talk Boxing. Before I get my soliloquy, tell times don't learn as good people do. Don't have to credit me if I lie. Maybe you matter. Peak game, made the foes on what swing. All right. So, according to BoxingNews24.com, and I think I seen this interview on Fight Hype, if I ain't mistaken. Shout out to them. Or Fight Hub, it was one of the two. They asked Floyd Schofield Sr. about a match against Abudullah Mason, right? In which Floyd Schofield Sr. said, basically, Abudullah Mason gets hit too much. He needs more work. And he referenced to the fight of the Vasquez fight, and it was like Floyd hits way harder than Vasquez. The kid won't get up. We'll basically run through Abudullah Mason, and basically, and the reporter was kind of advocating for Floyd Schofield, was saying Floyd Schofield's father in his career, he's fought better opposition, better fights, and he looks more polished than Abudullah Mason. I respectfully disagree, and we gotta keep it 1,000. Abudullah Mason, Jay Prince, and them offered the Schofields a fight, and they turned the offer down. They asked for more money to fight Abudullah Mason. So we not finna sit here and act like Abudullah Mason is a slouch. Styles make fights. Yes, Abudullah Mason made a mistake in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He should have took his time a little more, But he's had like 1 or 2 fights since then, and he's improved each time. So I think that fight could be next. That's a fight that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I do think Abudullah Mason is ready. I think Floyd Schofield, they trying to little boy Abudullah Mason. Like, oh, he ain't did enough. If anything, I feel like the energy should be like, yeah, we'll fight him right now. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I mean? Because I don't think Floyd Schofield is going to get a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. This is the problem I have with fighters. And I know boxing is a business, but at the same time, this is the problem I have with fighters. When they up and coming and they hungry, it's, oh, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight this person. I'll fight this person. And once they get to a certain level, they start politicking. Oh, he needs to do more. That's not your problem. Your problem, you sitting there telling another fighter, oh man, he need work on his defense, then I'll fight him. That's not your problem. If he want to fight you, my response will be, bet, let's fight. That would be my response. You know what I'm saying? Now I get it if you sit there and say, hey, it's a bigger fight, more money, if the dude build his profile up, okay, I kind of understand it. But you talking about he need to get his defense up, that's not your problem. That let me know you're more concerned than what you're showing. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about what he need to do defensively. Right? If he want to fight, hey, we finna fight. He need to figure it out on fight night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that is. My reasoning for not fighting somebody wouldn't be, oh, he get hit too much. That's the stuff I hear from Terrence Crawford. He talk about boots and Bowman and I'm talking about, oh, Jaron Buzinas get hit too much. What they got to do with you? So you want him to be crispy so you can't hit him? I'm sorry. Like, I don't agree with that. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we gotta keep this mother trio. Like, that's not your problem. That's his problem. He need to figure out how not to get hit. You know what I'm saying? If he calling me out, he saying he want to fight, hey, he need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real talk. So when I hear fighters talk like that lets me know you're very concerned about said fighter. And I feel like the Schofields are concerned about Abudullah Mason. They know that's a dangerous fight, right? That's just what it is. I honestly feel like Abudullah Mason is better than Floyd Schofield. I feel like he got more in his arsenal. I feel like Floyd Schofield is kind of a one-trick pony. He's a guy that got power, and he relies on his power. He's not a guy that will beat you with IQ. You see the growth in Abudullah Mason, right? You see in spurts where he uses his IQ. Whereas Floyd Schofield don't do that. Floyd Schofield gonna try to come out early and blitz you. and land power shots. That's what he gonna do. And there's no disrespect. He's a great, I don't want to say great, but he's a good fighter. You know, good young fighter. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get away from the whole like, oh, you know, now you get an opportunity and you might be linked with a top fighter, right? And it's like, oh, he needs to do more. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop doing that, bro. We got to get that culture out the sport of boxing. That's what's killing boxing. It's like guys, when they're on that low level, it's like, oh, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight you in the trash can. I'll fight you whoever. Then they get to a certain point, and then they want to start politicking. Oh, well, you know, he gets hit too much. You know, he needs to do this. Man, damn all that, bro. Like, if you with the smoke, you with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I hate using myself. But I always try to use, like, first-hand experience, right? I took an amateur fight, bro, on like, I say like a month notice or maybe less. I had a hurt back and everything. I still fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, now did I win? No. But he ain't mollywop me. It was a close decision loss. Like, it was a lot of people feel like I won. Right? But at the end of the day, like, I didn't, you know, in this boxing game, I look at life, I look at boxing like this. I don't look at when you lose like you lost. It's you win or you learn. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Now, granted, when the decision don't go your way, you need to sit there and really analyze what you did wrong and make those adjustments and get better. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see in Abudullah Mason. Each time he fight, he getting better. He not making the same mistakes that he made, you know what I'm talking about, the first time. So, like I say, when you look at this young kid, he's getting better every fight. He is defensively responsible, right? He has a come forward style, but he's very accurate. He know how to throw shots in a line of fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see that from Kid Austin, right? What I saw from Abudullah Mason was grit, dog. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really see that from, you know, I say, matter of fact, I say one fight when that dude split his cheek open, he was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? But Abudullah Mason got a mean streak that Kid Austin don't have. See, Kid Austin the type of guy, like if he can bully you, he good. But what you gonna do when you can't bully somebody? You know what I'm saying? Abudullah Mason is the type of fighter that he don't look to come out and bully you. He's actually using skill and technique and really trying to use his IQ to systematically break you down, and so he can get you to do what he wants you to do. That's the difference in styles. Whereas Kid Austin is more of a, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna try to bully you, land hard shots on you. I don't think Kid Austin is mentally strong, in my opinion, for right now in his career. I'm not saying he won't ever be mentally strong, but I don't think he's mentally strong as a fighter right now. I don't see that confidence. I see a guy that if he can hurt you or he can land on you, that's how his confidence builds. But after that, if you fight fire with fire, he kind of like wavers a little bit. Whereas Abudullah Mason, he was like, okay, boom, I got knocked down, bet. All right, cool. Let me turn up. Right? And you see that from him. You know what I mean? And the difference between him and Scoffield that I see is if you're not supposed to be in there with him, he getting you out of there. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I congratulated Scoffield for getting Tevin Farmer out of there because Tevin Farmer wasn't supposed to be in there. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. He wasn't supposed to be in there with Floyd Schofield on that night. He made a mistake. But when you analyze the totality of the circumstances, when you look at this fight, it's like, why not fight Abudullah Mason? You know what I'm saying? He's next up for a title. You know, especially if he gets a title. You know what I mean? It's just because I believe it's vacant. The belt is vacant. Keyshawn Davis don't have it no more. So he's supposed to be probably fighting that UK guy for a title. So I mean, if he, you know, I don't know if that's next, but I think that's in the works. I think they're going to try to push for that fight because I think Abudullah Mason is number 2 and that guy's number 1, that UK guy. You know? And that UK guy's a pressure fighter. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to try to make that fight happen. And if they do, he's going to be a champion. So if he's a champion, why not fight him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You want the tank payday. I understand it. But at the same time, why not fight that young bull? You know what I'm saying? He young, motivated, he hungry. And if he a champion, why not fight him? He's an exciting fighter. He put on great performances. Why not fight him? You know what I mean? So I disagree with the whole statement about, oh, he get hit too much. That's not your problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just going to keep it real. That's not your problem. You know, that's Abudullah Mason problem. Abudullah Mason, you know, he needs to work on that. You know, but you'll get 1,000% credit for beating Abudullah Mason. You know what I mean? A guy who looking relentless out here. You know what I mean? He looking vicious. You know what I mean? And he's faced adversity early. He's been battle tested. He's been knocked down. You got some guys, man, they ain't taste adversity. So they don't know what it's like to get knocked down 2 times in a round and have to try to get back up to win the round. You know what I mean? Not only get back up, he came back and stopped the dude. You know what I'm saying? He got knocked down twice, came back and stopped the dude. You know how difficult that is? As a fighter, to get knocked down twice, get back up, stop him. So, yeah, no, I think that, you know, they making excuses, the Scofields, man. Like, I disagree with that. I disagree with the person who wrote the article about how, you know, Abudullah Mason needs to do more. Abudullah Mason, man, to me, in my opinion, is more polished than Schofield. He uses more of his IQ than just abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason I can identify with Schofield, because that's how I was when I started boxing, right? I learned that I had power. So I just started bullying dudes because I had power. But then once I got in the ring or start sparring dudes who had IQ and they was able to deal with my power, it made me be like, man, I need to, man. So now I'm in there thinking, you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, I mean, I'm not an active amateur fighter no more. I don't really spar like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Y'all, some of y'all gonna make me come out of retirement. But I don't really spar like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I just hit the bag, hit the mitts every now and then. You know, work on my feet, shadow box. You know, that's what I do now because I got daughters. You know, I got teenage daughters. You know what I'm saying? Dudes who got teenage daughters know what I'm talking about. You know, them boys be after them, so I'll be ready. But all I'm saying at the end of the day, it's like, I know, you know, like I said, man, I used to, you know, when I first started boxing, I had power. Once I found I had power, I just start bullying dudes because a lot of dudes don't like getting hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you hit them with some hard stuff, pause, you know, they fold. But there's a lot of dudes out here in that boxing world that they can take a punch. And when they can take that punch, or they can, you know, throw a hard shot at you too, then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into this boxing thing, man. That's real talk. But I think the Scofields need to look at Abudullah Mason. I think that fight needs to happen. You know what I mean? If they can't get Tank, they need to fight Abudullah Mason. Y'all let me know what y'all think.